Hi everyone, today I just want to touch on obedience. You see, there are certain situations in your life that are stubborn. Others may be patterned year to year. It may be in marriage, it may be at work, it may be in your relationship, it may be anything really. It's just a stubborn situation where prayer and fasting seem to not be working, right? This is where obedience comes in. The book of Deuteronomy speaks about obedience and disobedience, and it mentions that obedience introduces blessing, so you are blessed through obedience, but you are cursed through disobedience, meaning that the devil can have his way with you when you are being disobedient, right? So certain situations require you to be obedient. So what is the voice of God saying to you about that situation in that season? It may be humbling yourself. It may be you asking for forgiveness, something that requires you to bring yourself down. Obedience. It may be something that shifts your character, something that takes you out of your comfort zone. What do you need to be obedient in that situation? For example, I had a situation where I was dealing with a case where a lady has never been happy in a marriage, right? She had problems after problems in a marriage, and finally she came to me and she said, I don't know what to do. If nothing works in the next 2 weeks, we are going to have a family meeting and then we might need to get divorced, right? And in that moment, I just sensed the Spirit of God leading me to 1 Peter chapter 3, where it talks about the conduct of a woman changing a disbelieving husband, right? And although everything that she was explaining to me seemed like the husband was the one in the wrong, he was the one who was abusive, he was the one who was disrespecting her and just bringing her down and saying all these bad things. But yet in that moment, I just sensed the Spirit saying that she needs to go and just honor her husband, right? I mean, who would go do that? We even laughed at the end, and I said, I feel like you also need to wash his feet, right? And 2 weeks from then, she comes back to me. She says, things have completely changed in my marriage. For the first time, he is even able to give me money. He's able to tell me that he loves me. Everything is easier now with him. We are able to talk. And till this day, I'm starting to see their pictures together. They are celebrating their anniversaries. They're even progressing together as a couple. The miracle is not what shocked me. I was shocked by the obedience that she had when I gave her that word, because how many people will go and honor a person who has been mistreating them? But she took that word, she understood that God was speaking, and she obeyed that word, and that changed her life. I mean, this is a woman who's been struggling for years and years. Before I was even saved, she would be complaining about her marriage year after year after year. And it was when I got saved and I heard the voice of God on this matter, and she was able to take it, and she obeyed, and she reaped the fruits of obedience. She received her blessing of marriage through obedience. Nothing else helped her. Nothing else helped her excepting obedience. So what do you need what do you need from God that requires you to be obedient on? May you be blessed. Receive this word and be encouraged to be obedient. Search your heart, search your soul, and find obedience